Hello, everybody. Welcome to my YouTube channel once again. Thank you for tuning in. I remain Dr. Dami, your favorite family physician. Yeah, I'm your favorite family physician, right? Okay, thank you. Yeah, please don't forget to click like and press subscribe and press the notification bell so that you'll be alerted when I drop new videos. So we started a series on home care for some conditions and we discussed fever. Today we'll be discussing diarrhea. So diarrhea is one of the leading causes of mortality in children who are less than 5 years, especially in this environment in less developed world. So it's something worth discussing. And diarrhea is defined by WHO as passage of loose or watery stool more than 3 times a day, or passage of loose or watery stool in excess of what is expected for that particular person. So in essence, what I'm trying to say is that aside saying that there's passage of loose watery stool in excess of 3 episodes per day, usually people have a pattern of their stooling in terms of quantity and frequency. So if it exceeds what is expected for a particular child or a particular person, you say such a person has diarrhea itself, it's not the problem, but the fluid and electrolyte loss that accompanies diarrhea is what causes the morbidity and mortality, especially in children. There are various causes of diarrhea. Diarrhea itself can stand alone and can be caused by infectious processes like viruses, bacteria. It's common viruses are common in children causing bacteria, especially example is the rotavirus. It can be caused by bacteria, salmonella, shigella, and the likes, and can also be caused by some toxins, it's food poisoning and all that, and some such people can present with diarrhea from food poisoning. Diarrhea can also be, aside from standing alone as acute diarrhea disease, it can be a symptom of another disease. So what I'm trying to say is that, for example, a child, especially in children, a child can have malaria and have diarrhea. A child can have upper respiratory tract infection and have diarrhea. A child can have pneumonia and have diarrhea. So it can be unspecific, especially an unspecific symptom, especially in children. So, as I said earlier, diarrhea is the food, and in diarrhea is the fluid and electrolyte loss that is the problem. And once that is able to be corrected, the mortality or the morbidity that can arise from diarrhea is reduced. So, what can you do at home to care for your child if he or she develops diarrhea? Sometimes children do not bring invitation before they fall ill. Things can start suddenly sometimes. So what do you do in the home setting? Usually there's the oral, you can make a oral rehydration solution. As I said earlier, as long as you are able to restore the fluid that is lost and some of the electrolyte that is lost, your child can be, the mortality or morbidity can be reduced prior seeking health care from the hospital, or a health care provider comes to your home. So you can prepare a oral rehydration solution. There's the oral rehydration solution, the sachet that is sold and it's over the counter and it can be prepared. So you pour the whole sachet in 1 liter of fluid. You note the time that you prepared that solution. For example, if you you made that solution at 8 a.m. in the morning, you should have exhausted its use by on or before 8 a.m. the following day, so it lasts for only 24 hours. And note that hygiene practices must be observed in preparing this solution. You must use a potable water, a clean water, preferably boiled and cooled, or bottled package, a standard packaged water can do in preparing this water, and you use 1 liter of fluid. Sometimes those oral rehydration therapy come with zinc. You can use the zinc with it. It's also very helpful. If you do not have access to the oral rehydration the sachet in your home, which by the way every parent should have that sachet in their first aid box at home. You should always have it at home. But peradventure you do not have it at home, you can prepare what we call salt sugar solution. Everybody, I presume, you all have salt, you all have sugar in your home, you all have water, you have a container, and then you have teaspoon at home. So in preparing the salt sugar solution, you need 6 level spoon of sugar and half level spoon of salt. That's what you use to prepare your salt sugar solution, which is also a form of oral rehydration therapy. There are different types of oral rehydration therapy, and the oral rehydration solution prepared from the sachet is one of them. The salt sugar solution is one. Some people use rice water. Some people, there are different things that can be used as oral rehydration therapy. But the two that I want to focus on is the one pre-prepared, the sachet that you buy from over the counter at your pharmacy, and the salt sugar solution that you can prepare at home. So you can give that to your child, whether in aliquots, what I mean, bit by bit. Usually there's a calculation. We is 10 mils per kg per passage of loose watery stool. But as a rule of thumb, just keep giving the child that solution as much as the child can take until you have access to healthcare. And note that you preparing this oral rehydration solution is to give you time for you to take that child to the hospital or seek medical help, so that the cause of the diarrhea can be unraveled and treated appropriately. I hope you gained something from this discussion. Please drop your questions and I'll attend to them. Thank you. See you another time. I remain Dr. Dami. Love ya.